Hello, it's Phillip Taylor speaking from Richmond Green Chambers in London. This morning I'm looking at a book which has come to us from Edward Elgar Publishing Limited, and the book's title is Comparative Competition Law. It's this book here. We'll have a look at it. It's been written and edited by a number of people: John Duns, Arlen Duke and Brendan Sweeney. Now, it's one of the research handbooks in comparative law, and in fact I've written some of the content in terms of commentary about the book. The series editors are Francesco, Parisi and Tom Ginsburg. I did a comment about the book when it was actually published, just to have a good look through it, because I thought it was an exciting new title from Elgar. It's also, of course, available electronically on Elgaronline, and there are various quotes and actual pieces of information which I'll show in the book in a minute. Now, Elizabeth and I looked at the book and we had a chat about it, and the title we've given for our review is A Welcome Explanation of the Increasing Global Recognition of Competition Law Internationally. Now, my remarks obviously are going to have to be taken bearing in mind that I wrote the review prior to the decision of the United Kingdom to leave the European Union. As a result, there are going to be a lot of changes taking place, so be prepared to see quite a lot of alterations to what we've got. Let's have a look at the book first. Here's the front cover anyway. There it is. There is the spine, and there is the back, the detail on the back. And in fact my quote is there at the front with a number of other quotes there. The book itself runs to, it's hardcover, runs to 520 pages. There is the index, which you can see there. You can see the content of the book is very much a standard type of text with paragraph numberings and detailed footnotes, which are extremely helpful. It's a very detailed book. And in fact, there is the Research Handbooks list of other titles, the front page there. Then you've got all the detail concerning how to find it online there. Then you've got the contents split into various parts, 4 parts in total. Then the list of all of the people who've been contributors. There we go, and onto the other page. Then you go into the part 1, the introduction and overview. And then you've got themes by the 3 editors explaining what the book is about. It starts saying the growth in the number of antitrust regimes in the past 25 years has been nothing short of phenomenal. And therefore you can see how things are building up and changing. That's the book anyway from Elgar. It's up to their usual standard of very high quality publications. We've only written a relatively short review in addition to the quote, and this is what I say: for this excellent new handbook, which we've described to publishers Edward Elgar in the following way, and this is what I've actually said: Comparative Competition Law provides a welcome scholarly examination of the key global issues that impact the way law and policy operate, as the proliferation of antitrust regimes over the past 25 years has led to a global recognition of competition law. And I'm sure that is going to expand as we see the very substantial changes which the UK government is about to embark on in the middle of 2016. And of course that's exactly what this book is all about too, in terms of looking ahead. It's a welcome new compilation of research views on international competition law, which will be a book I think to treasure for legal academics. It could well become a bit of history quite quickly, but that's another story. It does examine in detail excellent issues concerning the key global issues which we face and the way in which law and policy operate in the international community as we become more integrated legally with the growth of the number of antitrust regimes since the early 1990s. And as it says, it was phenomenal to see the growth of these regimes. Now, this is a research handbook as part of a series from Elgar, and it was specially commissioned by Elgar with original chapters on descriptive material covering a whole range of legal academics across the continents, including contributions from the United States of America, Europe, Japan, India, China, South America and Australia. And each contributor is, we think, to be congratulated on providing an interwoven patchwork synthesis of how current competition issues are dealt with today by an examination of the contrasting views and approaches which are taken. And that's really, I think, the benefit of the book. The book examines in a most useful academic style also the differing approaches which have been taken in the major jurisdictions across the world. And it does so at a time when the original aims behind the creation of the EU are facing this major test in the future direction in the second half of the second decade rather of the 21st century, as the fourth industrial revolution involving information technology develops. The publication date is stated at 2015, and the book is available in both print form and online. As I've said to you before, it is a compilation, and I'm sure that there will be changes that occur in the course of time. Let's have a quick look at it again. There's the front, there's the spine, and then there's the back. If I just open it in the middle, we're looking at here, right in the middle, criminalising cartels. And again, you can see a lot of very important detail throughout. As I say, the index at the back is certainly well worth looking at in case you're looking for things. I think it's quite useful. It's actually, the index is actually very useful for finding things very quickly. Now, the concluding remarks, which are put in most of the chapter heads, are also extremely useful. So can I thank John Duns, Arlen Duke and Brendan Sweeney very much for bringing this book to us, and of course to Elgar for maintaining the very high standard of work which they produce for us. Thank you to all concerned anyway. Bye-bye.